basically, what is the need of load balancer? Okay, let's try to consider this way. We have the user, okay, and this is our EC2 instance. Okay, either we can say EC2 instance for any of the server. Some voice is coming up.
Okay,
from
I'm
your side.
gonna mute it.
Okay. EC2, I can say, or server, anything we can call it out. Okay. So now what happen is, if I say our particular website is running on this website or application, anything, let's consider you are owning google.com and this one is running on a high configuration of server or high configuration of EC2 instance or at any of the cloud, maybe Google Cloud or Azure Cloud or AWS Cloud. So your application is running here. Now into this particular EC2 instance, whether that is Windows or Linux, you may be needing to perform certain tasks. Okay. Maybe you want to do some application deployment. Application deployment means if I just go here, okay, your Google appears to be like this. Sometimes you will see occasionally Google will bring up some certain additional features into their web pages. Okay, it means what they are doing, they are making some modifications. Okay, so similarly here, what we can do, they may be needing to do some additional application deployment, or I can say releases. Okay, a release is the right term which I can use here. So already, for example, I say this is release number 2.7, for example. Now, as Holi is coming up, or Diwali is coming up, or any other occasion like Christmas is coming up, right? They want to design, like they want to bring out a web page here. They want to bring out a logo here that is of Merry Christmas. Okay. So in those scenarios, they need to do one more release. Okay. They will be needing to release that. Okay. So if they need to release that, that is one of the concern. If it is being running on one particular EC2 instance, then that's a concern. So concern could be like this instance may stop working at one particular interval of time, either that could be of 1 second or anything, when the deployment is happening and the user traffic may get interrupted at that moment of time. Or maybe, if it doesn't work well, you may be needing to troubleshoot it or anything could be like that. Second thing, you always can't look forward to bring this EC2 instance up all the time, right? You may be looking forward to restart it. So restart may be required if your EC2 instance got hung or anything could be there, right? In certain scenarios, we may be needing to restart it. Third one is, how will you troubleshoot if any issue arrived? Okay, if any issue is being there, your hands are being tightened in terms of troubleshooting it. Okay, you will not be able to troubleshoot it because you will be in worry, like this is a production environment. If something goes wrong, then what will happen? Then there could be multiple issues, right? Your production server will get stopped. So that is one of the things. So troubleshooting is a problem as well here. The next one is, how will you perform the patching? Okay, so if it is a Windows instance, then Microsoft releases their patches on weekly basis, right? And in Unix also, Linux also, we used to get the patches released. Okay, maybe from the Red Hat, from the Ubuntu or Amazon Linux, whatever it is. So they are also releasing the patches. So if we need to do the patching, then one instance is there, whether that could be of any configuration or any server. That's a problematic to us. That's a bit problematic to us. So now the other option, what you can suggest is you can say, okay, keep one more EC2 instance in the standby with the same configuration. Okay, so for example, you need to perform any of these tasks, do here. Okay, do all those configurations here. onto this particular EC2 or server? Okay, so your suggestion could be make the changes here. Okay, and once this particular instance is ready, okay, this instance could be exactly the copy or clone of your existing instance. So in those scenario, what to do the switch over from your DNS. Okay, from your DNS, you can do the switchover. So if you will be doing the switchover at that moment of time, what will happen? At that moment of time, there will be interruption. Okay, it means the user who are getting this access for a while, they may be not able to access this google.com. That is also one of the concern. So these are few of the concerns which we can face if we use one dedicated instance like this, right? And do you remember when this google.com or Netflix or or amazon.com or Flipkart or any of the e-commerce website or any of the popular website or application I'm talking about, you may have felt their downtime. You remember that?
I think I remember Instagram or Facebook, not Google or any other.
Okay. So that could also be due to some, see, as we work in any of the organization or production, okay, there some of the cases will always be there when we may face certain downtime, whether that could be human error or non-human error. Okay, so there are chances of that. Okay, but still, at this moment of time, if you look into, then hardly you will be able to find out where the websites or applications are being there who are getting frequently uh, interrupted, okay, or you are not able to access them. Okay, so such type of outages you will hardly be able to see. Okay, and these are the recurring tasks. Okay, if you look into this, so these are the recurring tasks which we used to perform in any of the deployment. Okay, so to come out of such scenario, there is something that is the load balancer. There is a need of the load balancer. Okay, so what is the need of the load balancer and how it is gonna help us, right? That we're gonna understand now. Okay, so now have a look. So how the load balancer works. So basically, this is your load balancer, and at the back end, you could have the multiple EC2 instances in place. Okay, multiple EC2 instances, or I can say servers as well. Okay, if we there are multiple load balancers which works in on-prem as well. Okay, so that is also being feasible over the cloud. Also, this functionality is being available, and how it happens is, for example, this is a user and who wants to forward the traffic. Okay, and here we have the load balancer in place. Load balancer in place. Okay, so any of the user who is trying to access, he will hit the URL of the load balancer. Okay, and at the back end, what load balancer will do? Load balancer will forward the traffic to the EC2 instance which is being healthy. Okay, so for example, here I am doing some maintenance task. Okay, I'm doing some maintenance task where I'm doing patching or any interruption happen. What will happen? This load balancer will not forward any traffic to this particular EC2 instance. Okay, load balancer will not forward this traffic to this particular EC2 instance. Why it will not forward? Because there is a concept of health checks in load balancer. Health check. Okay, what this health checks will do? Health checks will validate whether this particular EC2 instance is healthy or not. Okay, after a particular interval of time, maybe it could be 10 second or 30 second that we can define. So in every 10 second, maybe or 30 second, okay, into after that particular interval of time, load balancer will forward the traffic to EC2 instance and check if it is healthy or not. Again check, again. Every interval of time, it will keep forwarding and checking. As soon as this EC2 instance got unhealthy, it will not forward the traffic to this particular EC2 instance. It will forward the traffic to this particular one. Okay. So this is not the scenario you will have only two EC2 instances. There could be multiple EC2 instances you can attach with your load balancer. Okay, not only two, there could be multiple. So if one goes fail, not a problem. It will forward the traffic to other EC2 instance. Okay, that's why in today's era, we are not able to see the downtimes. Okay, because what load balancer is doing, load balancers are forwarding the traffics, okay, to different EC2s or different servers. So load balancer has reduced the downtime. Any questions? Any doubts?
No way, I got it.
Okay. Now, if I talk about the cloud, specifically in AWS, we have basically four types of load balancers. Okay. Will I be able to write here? Yeah. Four types of load balancers we have in AWS. Okay. But in all are those? The one is classic load balancer. Okay. Classic load balancer is your old generation of load balancer. Old generation of load balancer means it simply do the load balancing. Okay. It will like if the request comes in, it will just forward the traffic here and there, here and here. If it goes unhealthy, it will not forward the traffic here. It will forward the traffic here only. Okay. It is an old generation of load balancer. And in fact, AWS is also looking forward to remove it from their console, but still it is being supported. Okay, so we'll explore it. It will not take much time, but yeah, quickly we'll explore this out. The next one is your network load balancer. Okay, network load balancer is the load balancer which is being used where you need the least latency. Okay, least latency means, so here if you have the here if you are forwarding the traffic, okay, so load balancer will take certain time, okay, in terms of processing, and then it will be forwarding. Okay, it will be in minute in millisecond, I can say. Okay, but here if you are using any other load balancer, okay, it will follow particular algorithm to follow the traffic. But here this network load balancer will forward the traffic to the one who will quickly responds to you. Okay, so it is not specific like it will forward the traffic to here. No, it is not like this. So it will forward the traffic who will be getting your request resolved immediately. Okay, so when we need the least latency, okay, or we need the quick response in terms of accessing your website or application, in those scenarios, we use the network load balancer. Number three is your application load balancer. Application load balancer is the load balancer is one of the best load balancer, I can say. Okay, this is one of the best load balancer because it has advanced capabilities, advanced routing capabilities, host-based routing, path-based routing. Okay, and multiple algorithms are also being available here in the application load balancer. So that is one of the best load balancer which we have in AWS. So if someone asks which is the best load balancer in AWS, then you can say application load balancer because it has advanced routing capabilities, and it allows you to do host-based routing and path-based routing. Next is gateway load balancer. Okay, what is gateway load balancer? So gateway load balancer is not for your applications. This is for your compliances basically. Okay, that could be for the firewalls and all these things. So that is your gateway load balancer, fourth one. Do you have any questions or any doubts?
No, I got it.
Okay, fine.